Okay.
GoPro's on.
Go ahead.
Let's give the town something to talk about, huh? Guys, I want to preface my statement tonight by telling you I have been in this room for 10 years. I used to be the one that was out there being the hellraiser, calling people accountability, y'all remember. And then I got elected to be up here. I'm not up here for a popularity contest because that makes Christmas really expensive for me. I'm a numbers dude, and I look at what is happening and what is measurable. I don't look at emotions too much. Like, who's the champion, girls? Yeah, that's right, you are. I don't know anything else than that. Pull up slide 14, please. While we're doing that, I want to thank the local civic groups for their contributions to our sites. They have yard sales, they do all kinds of things, and they give out scholarships. And if it wasn't for some of those scholarships, you wouldn't have kids headed off to wherever they're going. I think a scholarship can be used for college. I think it can be used for a trade school. I think it can be used anything for your future. I'm glad you all stayed because I got a message that's going to pertain to you. I still go to college. I go to law class every night, every Wednesday night, and I see kids that are slightly older than you, and I don't think that they understand that their future is right in their hand. And the world has just given you whatever's thrown at you, and 1 minute it's okay to go on a computer and Google your answer, and then the next minute that's called cheating. So you guys, I think what adults have to do for you guys is learning relevant to you, and that means, can I get a job? Can I make a living at that job? And can I find some level of happiness doing that so I'm not miserable? Because, you know, adults are pretty miserable. They all got to tell you about their problems. You know what I'm talking about. So here's what I want to tell you. There are so many thousands and probably 1 million different offerings. If you decide, what is it that I want to do, that I just love to do, that someone would pay me to do, and I can be happy and I can get motivated. So get on the computer, type in what it is you want to do. Don't make it grow house, okay? But try to make it legal. You know, if you're an attorney, it's okay. You won't have any human characteristics when you're done, but it's okay. You can make money. But what I'm telling you is find out this summer what it is you can get on the internet. Maybe you can go to a school. Maybe you can go to a camp. There's all kinds of stuff ranging from free to how much ever you can con your parents into spending. My kid decided she wanted to go to Stanford law school at 15 years old and go through some kind of something, and she figured out right then I'm too much of a person to be a courtroom attorney. So now she's like figuring out how to figure out whose notes came from what song into something else, and I think she's going to make enough money. But right now, if you're going to lay on your parents' couch and think that playing that video game is going to make you a gaming person, America's littered with millions of 30-year-olds still living on their parents' couch. So look, what is it you want to do? Forget what the adults are telling you. What is it that you want to do and invest in your future? Don't let your future come to you, because one day you're just sitting there and your future is based on forks in the road that you're forced to make a choice. My life is littered with that. Oil field, who knows what. But get ahead of your future and invest in yourself. And ask the question of adults, how is this relevant to me? How can I use this later? Last tip with old people, learn their stories and buzz phrases. You know, throw out penny saved, penny earned. They all open up the door. Yeah, that kid right there is smart. So learn the stuff us old people say. I would like to thank staff. When I was out there, do you know what CTE meant? It meant a charter that was being fired up by former employees going to put a welding truck at Vasquez and take the money and put it in their own pocket. That was career technical something or other. It was nothing but a buzz phrase, okay? Look at this list. I can't even read that list. But here's some other buzz phrases I've heard. EL. Has this district ever, is there any attorneys in here? Good. Turn your TV off. Has this district ever been compliant with the L program until right now? Ooh, no one's answering. That means the answer is no, okay? I am very proud of that. Very proud of that, but that's not showy at all. How are we doing with the SPED program? It's going to get there too. But the bottom line is, when you see these things, this is all, hi Kim Shaw. Do you know Kim Shaw? I hope so. When you don't, let me know. But Kim Shaw and her team of TOSAs have worked very hard to focus and get these things done. These are current things that are happening. Can you grasp what that means to education? I don't care if it's popular or not. If you don't have these things, you are not compliant with the state. You are not a good school. I'm sorry. This is the things I look at. I'll tell you what. This district, can somebody get to the main web page, please? Look at signature program, scan down. You see those? What is the second one about? Click on it. Look at all this stuff. This is all new stuff. This is stuff Kim and the TOSAs have been working on for years, last couple years. They don't run around and say, hey, Amina. How many Aminas do you know? Amina. This is stuff that's happening. So when people come to the district website now, they click on this stuff. Why is our school different? This is why it's different. I don't know how other people are measuring anything. But you've got basic compliance issues that I've been fighting for years to get somebody to do something about. I work in Beverly Hills, California. I've been there 20 years. I left Disney to get there, and I left Steve Wynn. I am used to excellence. I am not embarrassed by basic non-compliances. It has taken me 5 years sitting up here with her and him, and these two are coming in relatively recently to push things behind the scenes to make this happen with these people out here doing all the back work. That's where our school's at. I don't know what people are talking about. But when you go, I'm not done. What happened? You know what? Go back for a minute. I hate that picture. I am not the spokesperson for the what? American Retired People's Program. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing commercials about burial plans or something. Anyway, back to this. Get back to this. All of those things, when you click on them, they take you to somewhere that's about your future, whether you are going to be a tradesperson, whether you're going to be a scholar. Hey, I got a brilliant idea. Why don't you go make your own money by learning a trade and then put yourself through college so you don't have your parents sitting around going, I put you through college. You did not. I earned it myself. Okay, this is what's going on in the district. I have watched this district teeter on financial hardship and then chase some illegal scam charter thing down the road that put us up here writing checks of your money back to the court. That's embarrassing to me. Now we're here. And I'm going to tell you what, you can hear anything you want, but here's the math. Get a pen out, get a calculator. Until this district can attract enough students to earn the money that is ADA, you know what average daily attendance is? Each one of you is worth money. So parents, if you're young, you need to bring me more kids, and I don't know how you do it, just do it. Because I get 10,000 for every new one. And until we have enough kids to be self-sufficient in our own ADA and stop looking for shortcuts, and that billboard and these kind of things are getting in here. But just because these people aren't over here running their mouth and telling you what they are all the time, doesn't mean that this is the most significant thing I've seen in my entire 10 years of doing whatever it is I'm trying to do up here. So staff, I give long speeches. I'll be done in December. Okay, I want to talk to you something about very serious. Who knows who Anthony Avalos was? Yeah, he was some little boy that was beat to death in Lancaster. So I saw TV. I don't watch news much anymore. I like to make my own. But the County of Los Angeles has reached a settlement with the family pending the Board of Supervisors' approval of $32 million. The DCFS, people who watch out for foster kids and kids that are in trouble, is taking huge, heavy criticism. That organization has, over the past few years, subcontracted out to other agencies because I guess pensions are too high or something, so you start subbing out work and you start putting people on. Who gets into social work? Tell me that the people who get into social work don't try to help people. Tell me the people who get into special education aren't there to help other people. It's the administration that screws all that up. I'll probably be sued tomorrow, who cares? The social worker that was assigned to this little boy's case had been removed from another case where there was a death. How many do we have to figure out there's something wrong here? How much is $32 million? And where's the money come from? It comes from taxpayers, is where it comes from. $32 million is this district's budget, the whole budget for 2.5 years. It is the ADA on 3,200 kids. Imagine 3,200 kids coming in here tomorrow. I hope that billboard's lit up at night. It is. Listen to this one. I'm talking to you two now. It is 520 kids graduating from Vasquez High School and being handed a full ride scholarship for 4 years to UCLA. Imagine that. And worse yet, on an average salary of $74,396 per year, it is 430 social workers that would help kids like this, all out the window in one shot. So law students, if you ever study law, they will tell you that these cases are important, short of the attorney taking money. If I was that attorney, I wouldn't take a dime for this. But it promotes legislation because the public is so abhorred by this type of thing that they say, no, this can't go on anymore. It promotes social change. But while I was watching this news conference, they had a picture of the boy, and he was holding up a piece of paper, and he was all proud of that piece of paper, you could tell. But it said the Lancaster School District. So for 5 minutes, everybody watching that show has it embedded in the back of their head that the Lancaster School District has something to do with what the attorney's talking about. I find that horrendous. I don't want to make this too personal, but I will tell you that unless you have personally experienced abuse as a child, you have no idea what it's like to live in the hopelessness that no one will ever come to the door to make what you're enduring stop. When we're at school, we are mandatory reporters. If you see a little kid out in the hallway, y'all know Tammy? Little Tammy? When you see a little kid outside on the playground crying or sitting at their desk alone in the hallway crying, don't walk by that. If you hear an adult yelling at a child in another room, you knock on that door. When you go home at night and you hear screaming in the background somewhere out in the Acton night, you call the police. Because these kids that live through this, you know what happens to them? They lack human empathy, and our prisons are full of people who should have never been there because one person didn't stand up at a critical moment in their life. So I'm sorry I went on, but counselors, you people doing remedial work, there's nothing like for a kid that has no hope, to all of a sudden understand, wait a minute, I got this, and this person right here gave me the ability to see that I'm a valuable person. So thank you for everything y'all do. Brianna.